going on, guys? This is Hawks Talk back at it again. My name's Jacob. I make videos on this channel. Today we are going to do another mock draft. This time I'm limiting myself to one trade only, and then from that point on I have to draft every single pick that we have. It's going to be a 7-round mock draft, and so get right into it. Let's see what we can do. I have a couple teams that I'm looking at possibly to trade down with. I think trading down is probably one of the best things we can do depending on who's available at 18. If somehow somebody at 18 falls to us that's you can't, like, you'd be doing a disservice to not draft him. That's something to look at. So we're sitting here at 18. You got Kelvin Banks, who I really like. So it's hard. It's hard to pick him. I think trading back to like 20 area is good, but I might do something different with my next picks. So if we trade down here, we'll trade down 2 picks, but we'll pick up 85. And so we'll be picking 85 and 82. You know what? I'm going to take that trade. Let's see, because the one I was looking to do is with Baltimore, but they already traded. So I wanted to trade down to 27 because Baltimore is a good one where you can get 27 and maybe 59 to trade down. But they traded up, so that's not an option. So I do think Denver would trade up for a Kelvin Banks. I do think that's a good possibility. So you know what? I will see if I can counter this and get 196 as well, and I'll give you 235. Can we do that? There we go. Okay. All right. So at this point, obviously you could tell that would be funny. Obviously Denver wanted Kelvin Banks. So at this point you can draft an Ogard, which is very possible. I think Tyler Booker would be a good pick. You can draft Tyler Warren. That wouldn't be a bad pick. Let's see. I really like Donovan Jackson too. If only you'd be sure he'd be there at 50, I would wait and pick him there. Josh Simmons, another good one. But I'm going to do my mock draft. What I would do. I really like Tyler Warren. I think Luke Lockley is a underrated guy. Mason Taylor's alright. Harold Fannon's really like a lot. But Tyler Warren, I'm going to take Tyler Warren. I'm just not going to think about it. I'm going to take Tyler Warren. I think he could be not generational, but he can be an impactful guy for us. And I think he would instantly become one of the best tight ends we've ever had. Impactful. So I also think with Tyler Lockett moving on, it doesn't necessarily have to be a wide receiver that creates impact for us in that position group as far as receiving wise. I think you could get a tight end like that and valuable. That's unfortunate. A couple picks ahead of us who went off, but Tate Ratledge is still there. I wouldn't mind. I'm going to take. They not have. They have. I was looking. But I was thinking about taking Ratledge. Max Sawyer would be. I just don't. Kenneth Grant, no chance he's gonna be there. Dart, what do they say about Jackson Dart? Jackson Dart is a natural leader in play, elevating his 10-point passes, sharp read, trust in his. He Excels at exploiting man coverage, finding matchups, 50-50 glossy sometimes, blocks in downfield during throws. Tight coverage might not occur, might not always succeed against corners, but with full skill set, Dart has a drive next. True, that's a good chance, but I am going Kate Ratledge. I really do think that in the first round, drafting a guard is important. However, if Tyler Warren is there, I think that has a greater impact on the team with the type of guys that are there at 50. I think so. My logic behind this is you draft a tight end in the first round. I think the chances are higher that better guard in the second round, tight end. Because if you were able to convince me that come second round, you would be able to get Harold Fannin every single time, that's what I would do, right? I would draft him second round and draft a guard in the first. I just don't see the possibility. Why? Hard to know, right? Because I really like Ricky. And this is gonna be a draft class for. I'm gonna go Johnson. I really like Tez Johnson. He's a fan favorite of mine. Really love him. Great chance to be great. Now this is where I think a couple different. Uh, big. I'm gonna take our Norman. I think he's a decent tackle for us. Um, let's see. I have a guy in mind at my next. Let's see if we can get him there at 136. I doubt it. But let's see if he will make it there. Going on? What's going on? Start planning for our next pick. No guard. I think we're taking center. I don't have the center on here. There's no way he's not on here though. The guy from Texas. Like, how's he not there? That's the guy I was looking at. Don't get it. How's he not there? No sense. Let's look at. This guy's gonna be good. So. Don't think this guy's gonna be here at this point. I think their rankings are way off. But for this exercise, we'll roll with it. I do really like Luke Lackley as a tight end too. I think he's a sleepy good one. He's a sleepy good. I just can't wait for the draft, man. It's like one of the best times of year. Same thing with like baseball. It's like, not to go off topic, but the Mariners, obviously, if you're a Mariners fan, you saw they got the third overall pick, and it's just like one time a year is when the draft comes. Cause when the nerd part comes out of you, when you're like looking into things, watching things, it's just a fun time of year. Let's see, what did we? So we've done tight end, O guard, wide receiver, D tackle, edge. At this point, I think you go. You can go just depth. I think running back is an option too. I really do think there's a chance you could do some things. So I'm gonna take Tajay Brooks, Texas Tech. I think getting a bigger body guy, good. Now at my next pick, I'm gonna draft Dalton Cooper, big body depth piece, because I think we're gonna need some depth as well. Now I'm really just going for best player available at these positions. I am starting to really like Rayon Lane the third. Might be like a little fan favorite of mine. So I might call it a crush if you would. I kind of have a draft crush on him. I think he'd be a good pickup for us. And we got another pick. This is where you can just pick whoever you want. If there's a guy you like. Looking at what we got left. This is where I'd probably want to go grab a corner. Is there a guy I'm looking at? I'll go Woody Washington. And 211. 211, I'm just going to take simply who's the best player available with some realism, is obviously. Looking at a guy, if he's still there, Will Shepard, a draft. I think you draft this guy with the possibility of him being a returner. That's what I would do. Drafting him, I'd look at him as like a possible returner type. I would like to bring back Darden. I think he did good for us, but if you're not going to bring him back, I think addressing one late in the draft is a good thing. There's a couple guys coming out of this draft this year that could probably turn into a pretty good man. And I think we need one of those. Like, we don't need the all-star stud, but like consistent guy. Cause look at how bad it was at the beginning of the year. It was terrible watching that. It was hard to watch that. Like, watching the team suck that bad, so hard. Alrighty. So, we trade back from 18 to 20, pick up these three picks, 20, 85, 86. Then we draft Tyler Warren, tight end. I think's great pick. I'm starting, the more and more I watch mock drafts and do mock drafts, Tyler Warren, somebody that if the Seahawks draft, I am not mad. Like, yeah, you kind of want to go offensive line, but you need to remember, tight end is also affiliated with the offensive line. And so getting a good tight end can actually help your offensive line. But then you back that up at 50 with going offensive line. And so, and I also do they sign somebody free agency. I think you draft somebody and you're signing somebody. Because I think I'm hoping and praying Schneider has woken up and realized commit resources, not just drafting guys. You need to sign veterans, like not end of the year veterans like Laken Tomlinson and all those guys. Sign somebody that is still young or just still doing good. And then round 3, Tez Johnson is your Tyler Lockett replacement. He is a slept-on receiver too. I think when it comes to the combine and they start testing, I think he'll probably get into the higher second. I really do like him a lot. I think he'd be a perfect addition to the DK and Jackson Smith and Jigba roles. I think he'd be the perfect 3 guy to that. Omar Norman Lott, I think, is another good guy. I think he's a depth piece. He's a bigger body, 330-ish pounds. It's like another bowling ball because I think Jerron Reed could be gone. Price isn't right. Edge, this is the pick that I wholeheartedly don't think will happen. I think Jordan Burch, by the time of it, is going to be a round 2 pick, late second round, early third round. Because during the combine, he's going to be one of those players at the combine that his draft stock just explodes, and that's going to be what it's going to be. Tajay Brooks, running back, just a 4th, 5th round pick. All these picks are kind of just like guys you take shots on. Dalton Cooper, don't know much about him. Rayon Lane, the 3rd, the safety out of Navy, is somebody also I'm really liking because I think his play is slept on as far as because he just went to Navy. It's not like a big name school, but I really like his play. He's just consistent and he seems to always be in on the play. He's not afraid to tackle. Every time I watched Navy like 3 times this year, and it's like every time you're watching Navy, there's one guy on defense that stands out, and it's him. He's the only guy that you can consistently look at and be like, he's good on this defense. And you just take on 196, took Woody Washington, just a depth corner, just somebody to add to this team. So I would hope they would. I also am hoping they might sign somebody because I think it's getting to the point now where you can move on from Woolen possibly. I'm not saying they're going to, but I think you could and get away with it. I don't think it's outrageous to think that. Will Shepard to 11 is just depth piece. I think he could be a good return man. Um, about it. I think as a return man, you're looking for those, shifty guys that can just move around and whatnot. So that's the mock draft I got for you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment sections if there's any like implications you would like to see me imply on a video. I love doing mock drafts. I love doing mock drafts with challenges to where maybe I have to have a challenge. I can take only one player from each position group or something like that. I would love to see what you guys think. Give me ideas. Honestly, just here to make videos is fun. Sharing the knowledge I have in my brain and whatnot is fun. Yeah. If you guys have anything that you'd want to see me do, feel free to drop the comment. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a good day.